I've been killing my seedlings and forgetting what I order. But this Veeseys box might just save me from both disasters. So let's dive in. Okay, gardeners, it's time for real talk. When the catalogs come, something crazy happens to all of us. Suddenly, I just need every seed in that book. My brain goes, grow all the things. Don't you just want all the things? Instead of watching TV when I can't sleep, I'm like in my bed, scrolling at 2 a.m. and ordering all the seeds. Dopamine hits like a slot machine. Let's dive in here. And then by the next week, I have like complete amnesia. I'm like, why the heck did I order this? I got double packets. And half the box is like a complete surprise because I don't remember anything. Let's see what I ordered. I know one thing I ordered, but I can't remember what else. We'll see what 2 a.m. Mariana purchased. Okay, lots of paper. The big box, kind of scared, to be honest. Oh my goodness. All right, let's start with the big stuff. I got this self-watering seed kit. I'm gonna come closer to show you. Reason why I got this is because of this capillary mat and the root training. Because if you remember last year, I'm gonna put some clips. I could not regulate my watering. My seedlings started to look like a death's door. So I thought this year I'd try something else. So if you want to see me actually use these, keep watching, subscribe, and you'll be able to see how I use these and what I think of them. That's one. Oh my God, here's my invoice. Water gravel tray. What is this? Use with capillary matting to water plants while on holidays. So it's just a tray. It actually is broken here, and here is quite flimsy. It's a 10-20 tray in the ridges. It says it holds a half gallon of water. Used with capillary matting. This I'm actually not happy with because I have bootstrap farmer trays that have ridging as well, and I think they would be just as good. So not happy with this thing. I'd give this a pass. So if you see this or you go to Veeseys, pass. I got some capillary matting. So it would go, it's not for this tray, but it's extra capillary matting. I could cut it to size, I suppose. There's two. Does anybody use capillary matting, and can I reuse this? Or is it like a one-time thing? I have no idea. I just figured, I know with these items, I figured it was to help my plants. This one is self-watering planting tray. Let me show you. So water, capillary mat, and then it feeds your seedlings. Let's open it. It looks kind of big. This is bigger than a 10-20 tray. Because this is a 10-20 tray, and it's like much bigger. Now these look like bigger plants. Oh, it says here, waters your plants for up to 14 days. It holds 14 pints or 8 liters. And the capillary mat is included. Okay. I hope my seedlings survive. I always plant extra seeds or have extra seedlings because I know they don't all make it, or they haven't in the past. So I'm hoping this year, by having this, my seedlings are in a better shape so they actually survive. Do you guys overwater, or have you overwatered before? Okay, so this is a tray. It has feet. Comes with instructions. Oh, this is the same as the other mat, so I have extras. But this goes over, and these hang in the water like this over the edge. Oh, this is heavy duty. This is thick plastic. And this goes in here. And then you tuck the fabric inside. You tuck it in. Let me show you. I guess you tuck it in this space along the edge. And you just sit your plants on top, and they'll get the water they need. And I don't kill them. All right, best part. I'm gonna sit down for this. I've been having an autoimmune flare and my backs and joints are hurting. So I'm gonna sit for this part. So just give me a second to sit down and we'll go through the seeds. So you guys see, I already have some seeds set up. I got my onions and my peppers. I did them peppers extra early. There's a reason why I did peppers extra early. They're not like tomatoes. So if you plant tomatoes too early, and you plant large plants, they can struggle. And I think that's one of the issues I've had in the past. My tomato plants get too big and they're in the pots for way too long, and then they struggle. But peppers are not like that. So tomatoes ripen from when they're in the ground, like the timing, but peppers are different. Peppers you can actually start earlier. The reason why I'm starting them early is because of my growing season. By the time the fall comes, I have only a few red or ripe peppers to eat, and they're mostly all green. And if that's the case, why am I growing so many different varieties and just grow green peppers? So I planted them early so they will ripen earlier and I will actually get ripe fruit. So that's why I started that. So there's onions, celeries, leeks, my green onions, and peppers. That's all that's there right now. I'm gonna be starting flowers, so stay tuned if you wanna know what flowers I'm gonna grow. So let's go with what seeds I ordered. I ordered vinca. I'll put the pictures. Vinca up there. So tropical flowers are swirled with soft brush strokes of dark purple. Their drought tolerance and outstanding performance in hot conditions. This is perfect because I don't have to baby these. So these ones are going to be going, I have small planters. I don't know if you remember, I made those self-watering planters, but I'm going to be putting this in there. So, or in my front planters, because they get neglected quite a bit and I want them to be able to survive if the soil was a little dry. So if you are an absent-minded gardener, grow vinca. So I got tattoo tangerine, dyslexia, Mediterranean dark red, and I will post them up for you. Let's see. Oh, let me tell you a lot about this. It says for the dark red, spread the color. The Mediterranean series offers large flowers, low maintenance, and requires less water than most annuals. It's only 4 to 6 inches high, so it's low growing, and it spreads 20 to 30 inches, which this is perfect. So I get a little bit of overhang. There's not too big. Good for like a pot or ground cover. I got geranium. I love geranium because they're kind of like low maintenance. So All American Selections winner. This is the geranium Pinto Premium White to Rose. Spectacular color changes from white to rosy pink and early to bloom. 5-inch flower heads. Oh, that's going to be really nice. Sit perfectly above lush emerald green foliage with near black zonal patterns. Excellent branching with a beautiful mix of color that makes this a sure pick for any flower, garden, or container. So the height ranges from 12 to 20 inches. Now I got, so they packed all my flowers separately. I got the sunflowers. It's called the Go Bananas mix. And it says Go Bananas with this fun mixture, a designer hybrid A designer hybrid mix which will gladden your heart with everything yellow on branching plants. These sunflowers will make quite a statement in your garden or in arrangements. Remember, I wanted to do flower arrangements. That's probably why I picked this. I don't even remember what it looks like. Ranges in height from 6 to 8 feet. If you enjoy cut flower arrangements, this mix is for you. Boop, boop, boop. This is probably why I picked it. Then I got the Sunflower Razzmatazz mix. Dazzling. I love these descriptions. Makes you want to buy stuff. This is why I bought stuff at 2 a.m. Dazzling. I'm going to read it like how I felt it when I probably was ordering it. Dazzling. A true amazing mixture of reds, red bicolors, with an extra sparkle of white blends. An excellent and novel mix that our customers have been asking for. Imagine your favorite vase brimming with flowers this beautiful. The height is 4 to 6 feet and it's pollenless. That's why I ordered this. Okay, I also got Gaillardia Arizona Red Shades. Let's read. Compact plants covered in blooms all season long. The Arizona series are quick to flower from seed and once established are very long-lived and low maintenance. This native is a must for any perennial border. Red Shades is the first true red Gaillardia. Beautiful. Then let's go. Is there any more? No, these are all. Okay, I already see I have some of these. Told you, double, because I read it and I'm like, oh, I need that. But then I don't check my seed stash to see if I already have it. This one I don't have, I know this one. It's called Tomato Sunfresh. This beef style tomato is widely adaptable to a wide range of conditions and is an excellent producer. We have wild swings in temperature, so I want something that could adapt because sometimes when the temperature swings, plants like peppers and tomatoes can kind of just freeze in place and just stay stagnant. So I want something that will continue to grow during those fluctuations. Even when grown in low fertile soils, it's an excellent producer. So that's great. Sunfresh has a robust flavor and firm body fruit. My husband doesn't like tomatoes that are like soft. There's some tomatoes that are kind of like soft or they can be grainy, and some are like nice and firm. So he likes the firmer ones. There was a couple I grew last year. Sergeant, I think it was called Sergeant Pepper tomato. Anyway, it was, if you watch my older videos, it's like a purple one, a purple heart tomato. And it's the flesh is kind of soft, even when it's not overripe, and he kind of didn't like that texture. This hybrid maintains its quality with an excellent shelf life. This is great because when you're harvesting all your tomatoes and then you put them on your counter and you have just an abundance of tomatoes, some of my tomatoes actually start to go bad because I can't get through them fast enough. So this will keep longer. So this is why I probably chose this. This and the texture and the fluctuations, those are all things that probably went like, I need this. Even though I have like a gazillion other tomato seed packets, but oh well. The curse of a gardener, wanting just all the seeds. Eye-catching deep red interior and exterior. It's a flat globe shape, strong disease resistance, and also ideal for growing in high tunnels. So this is great. So I can plant this out a little bit early, throw like a frost cloth over it, and it should be fine. Perfect. Especially when it gets closer to the fall and it starts to get a little chilly, I can just put a frost cloth over this. Okay, let me just do all the tomatoes first. Oh, I got another flower. Vinca again. It is called the Tattoo Black Cherry. Tropical colored flowers are swirled with soft brush strokes of dark purple, drought tolerant and outstanding performance in hot conditions. 10 to 14 inches. Just love this. These get me every time, Veeseys. Okay. Pumpkin Early Giant. Why did I order this? Because for the life of me, I cannot grow pumpkins, okay? I plant the seeds and they die before anything produces. So let me read the packet and see why I must have ordered this, because I don't know why. It says early and large, one of the first pumpkins to ripen in our trials, elongated and blocky. Medium dark orange fruits are uniform in shape and size. Fruits average 25 pounds, that's a good pumpkin. Stocky handles, light ribs, and a long binding habit. Easy to grow, reliable for such a large fruited type. Powdery mildew resistance and matures in 90 days. I think I must have ordered this because it said early, and my other pumpkins that are like 120 days, usually as pumpkins are around that, like big pumpkins are about 120 days or 100 days plus. So my last one was 120 days, and it was the jack-o'-lantern, and I could not grow it. So I think I must have picked this because it says early, it's early, and it's a good, it's a big pumpkin. I want to be able to have like a little pumpkin patch at the farm so that my nieces and nephews can come pick out jack-o'-lanterns, but I haven't been able to grow them. So I'm hoping this will produce me some pumpkins. We'll see. Okay, so we got some peppers here. Oh, let me do another tomato. Yeah, I said I was going to do tomatoes. I got this Jasper. I know why I grew this. I didn't save any seeds last year. I don't know why, but it is, the disease resistant package is perfect. I told you I had trouble at the farm with certain tomatoes, so this will help for that. So I know why I would have ordered this one. Jasper is a small red cherry tomato, excellent sweet taste and high yields. It's about 3/4 inch diameter. Fruit that holds well on the vine, because we don't go there like daily. We go there like maybe once a week to twice a week. So these will stay on the vine till we go there, and they did. Like there was no rotting or cracking until we got there. So that was great. The plants are vigorous and fruit is very uniform. This hybrid is very appealing to all gardeners because of its great resistance to blight and fusarium wilt. And this was true. We grew several, when it's time for tomato planting, I'll show you the ones I'm planting for the farm that have a good high disease resistance package. It's very hard to grow tomatoes at the farm. And a lot of other gardeners stopped by our plot and they're like, how come you're getting tomatoes? Because it's very difficult because of the disease there. That farm has been there for decades and decades and decades. I think it's like 35, 40 years. And the just soil, that long of consistent gardening, I think. And it was a farm before, I don't know, but it's very hard to grow. There's a lot of disease there in the soil. So this actually was really helpful. And the woman that's been there for like 30 years, she's asked me what I was, like how I was doing it. And I told her I got plants that were disease resistant to fusarium wilt and blight, and I was able to get tomatoes. Disease resistant doesn't mean that it's disease proof. Eventually they did succumb to the disease, but they were still able, even though they were sick, they were still able to keep pumping out fruit. Like they were just strong. So that's why I got that one. I know that. I got this one. It's called Early Summer. Let's read it. Elite, early, and extra large. Like that. Early Summer is an early maturing yellow bell pepper at 75 days from transplant. So you can get yellow pepper 75 days from transplant. That is fantastic because I want ripe fruit. I don't want green fruit and like maybe one or two ripe ones by the end of the season. So I'm switching my game. I'm going to a seed swap with other YouTubers in March, and I'm gonna be offloading a lot of seeds. I'm narrowing down my stash. When I first started gardening, I watched a bunch of YouTubers, a lot of southern YouTubers in the south, and I just bought everything that they grew and they liked, but it wasn't good for my climate and area. So having that experience, I'm starting to know what I want to grow and what I can grow, and I'm trying to get rid of some of the other ones, the seeds that are just like the 120-day pumpkin, forget it. The fruit are large at 5 inches, and an elite disease resistance package gives Early Summer a winning combination. Disease resistant package, perfect for the farm. Okay, now that's the only pepper I got. Then I got this summer squash. It's called Green Machine. Green Machine is a top green zucchini for its yields, open plant habit, and disease resistant package. Perfect again for the farm. Consistently produces green fruit. The plant's open habit makes harvesting a breeze as fruit are easier to see with a full disease package, including resistance to powdery mildew. So a lot of times when I grow zucchini, you get like that powdery mildew. So if your zucchini plants succumb to that, what you can do is succession sow it. But if you can get one with that disease resistant package, the powdery mildew, then you can get fruit for a little bit longer. So that's great. Green Machine is sure to be a winner in any field or bed and matures 40 to 50 days after transplant. That's probably why I got this one. I have so much lettuce. Why did I get lettuce? I got this lettuce. It's called Lettuce Pomegranate Crunch. Great looks and taste. These mini heads, oh, that's why I got it. Mini heads. Because my family bought me a veg truck with a, what do they call that? Not greenhouse. What is that? Cold frame that sits on top. So my complaint is I want to grow greens in the early spring, And with the veg truck with the cold frame, I can do that. So that's probably why I got this, because it's mini. It's the height of the veg truck isn't very tall. I mean, the cold frame isn't very tall, so I can't grow like large. So I need smaller varieties. So that's probably why I got this. These mini heads have a deep burgundy leaves with a speckled green-red interior and are sure to add pleasing color to any salad or burger. Good disease resistance and matures in 50 days. So that's probably why I got this, because it's smaller and it can go in that. This, I already have this packet. The Stonewall cucumber, I know I already have this one. The best looking cucumber in our trials. I should have checked my stash. This hybrid holds its appearance better than others, stays dark green, and does not become oversized. Heavy yields of 8-inch cucumbers on a vigorous vine, resistant to powdery mildew, anthracnose, CMV, and angular leaf spot. Maturity is 57 days. So that's probably why it intrigued me, but I ordered these seeds last year and I didn't use them. So now I have 2 packets. There are any YouTubers, I've tried to send seeds like by post to the US and I couldn't. But I don't know, they confiscate them, I guess. But if you're in Canada, or you can wait till the fall, I'll be going to Arizona in October. So if you're able to wait to the fall, I can save you some seeds that I kind of want to get rid of. Not because they're not good, just because they're not what I'm looking for. And I have an itty bitty garden space in the back, and there's only few, I can't plant that many. I can plant 3 indeterminates and 3 cherries and 3 dwarfs. So that's all I can put back there. And I have way too many seeds, and I'm starting to know my favorites. So if you want any seeds, let me know and I'll be happy to share my stash with you, because gardening is a community. We have to be, especially in these economic times. You know, we have to be willing to help each other, because all we have is us. We can't rely on the man that takes care of not just my country, but other countries. There's just so much, I don't know what it is, chaos in the government world. I'm not saying leaders are bad or whatever. I don't really follow politics too much, just because there's nothing I really can, in my opinion, there's nothing really I can do about their actions. I can voice and that sort of thing and advocate, but ultimately I need to ensure that my family, friends, and my community is okay. So if I can help people grow food, right now is a very important time to start a victory garden. They did this in World War II. And they're called victory gardens, because you can cut some of your grocery bill in half. For example, a cucumber, all you do is plant. You don't need this setup. You just plant this in the ground when you know it's gardening time. Take a seed, pop it into the soil. Lettuce, same thing. You know, lettuce, greens, kale, all that kind of stuff. You can literally just plant the seed in your soil and get lettuce. Like, lettuce is expensive. I don't know why lettuce is expensive, but lettuce is expensive. Cucumbers are like, now I can't remember if this one's a small, I think these ones are 8-inch. So these ones here would be like $2 each. So this is like saving money, and this is going to give you food all season. And you can even make pickles. And lettuce, like lettuce, you can grow on the countertop in your home on a windowsill. You don't need these lights. Just put on a windowsill, make microgreens. Like you can feed your family food without having this. You can even grow tomatoes. If you have a very sunny window, get a pot, throw it. You can grow this inside. And I've actually, I know we grow, oh, I forgot this one, mountain merit. I'll tell you this one in a second. I know we grow them here, tomatoes, but last year there was one tomato I really, really wanted, and one of my viewers and fellow gardening friends on YouTube said just plant the seed outside. And I thought I had to, you know, like as a packet says start 6 to 8 weeks indoors or whatever. But what I did is literally I just planted the seed in the ground. That's the purple tomato. It's actually in the video. And I actually got fruit. So it's actually not even necessary to start these inside because they start growing from when they're planted. So when it sprouts and you see the first true leaves, that's when the time starts. So it doesn't even matter that you grow them 6 to 8 weeks inside and have like larger starts. Not gonna get you more fruit. The one I planted seed, it actually caught up with everything else. So that was great. And I'm gonna be doing that more this year. I have a couple of really cold tolerant ones that are like 50 days. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to plant that, and then next to it, I'm gonna plant a seed. So when that one is done in the 55 days, because this is a determinate, I'm gonna snip it, and then the other one will grow behind it. So I will get, in that same spot, I'll get tomatoes the whole season, not just for the 55 days and be done with it. So this last seed packet is Mountain Merit Tomato. Oh, I thought something was outside. It's a large determinate tomato that has excellent light resistance. This we grew at the farm and it was great. This round, deep red, 8 to 10 ounce fruit will delight you with its juicy, mild flavor with just the right firmness and texture. With many disease resistances, this tomato would be ideal for home gardeners and organic growers as well. Now listen to all of these. So Mountain Merit. It is resistant to I don't know how to pronounce this. I think I'm going to post it. I'm going to go to the website. I'll put them all here. Verticillium wilts, races 1, 2, and 3 of Fusarium wilts, root knot nematodes, and TSWV, and it matures in 69 days from transplant. So what I do is when I transplant this, and then I will wait like a week, and then I will put the seed next to it. And then, because it's a determinate, this gets cut off, and then the other one will grow within my growing season. So this is great. So that's all the seeds that I got from Veeseys. And you know what? I think I have more seeds coming. I feel like, because I can't remember. It's always a surprise when I open my mailbox and I see seeds there. But this is what I got. I need to stop. I need to go to bed. I need to drink chamomile tea and go to bed and not order seeds. But thanks, friends. Thanks for joining me today. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.